Hello investors, welcome back to the channel for your number one investing news and strategies. Today we're going to be discussing the top 9 penny stocks to watch in the month of April. Now these are penny stocks that have either FDA news, PDUFA data, phase 1, 2, or 3 data coming out in April. And as we all know, obviously PDUFA data has around an 80% success rate because, it made it that far into the stages for approval, which obviously helps us, figure out what strategies are better. This type of news can cause the stock to dramatically go up or down depending on the news, and that is what we are looking for in order to help our success in picking positive stocks to invest in. Now, before we get into the video, guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel to get updated every time I upload a new video on penny stocks, dividend investing, or just growth investing in general. Let's make sure we smash that like button. Let's get over 200 likes on this video. Leave a comment below with any penny stock update news that you guys are seeing in order to help each other out. And as always, remember, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research before investing in any penny stocks or any stocks in general. All right, let's get this month started. So the number one pick is going to be ticker symbol vktx, and it's currently trading at $4.53. This is going to be a phase 2 data, and this data is released on April 17, 2020. As you can see right there, phase 2B trial announced on November 19, 2019. Phase 2 additional data to be presented at EASL April 17, 2020, which is what we're going to be discussing right here. Let's take a look at these charts. So if we take a look at the charts, right now we kind of broke this support area that was building around the $6.50 area, and we've broken down all the way down to about $3 range, $3.50 range. Currently it's trading at about $4.50 range. But obviously, if this was to have some positive news with their data for the phase 2, this could obviously gap back up, and we have this huge gap right here that is not, there's nothing blocking it really. So we could definitely shoot back up to about $6 or higher, depending on, the news obviously that comes out with this stock. So this could definitely gap up from about $4.50 up to about $6, possibly even higher depending on what happens. But this is something to keep an eye out on because there's a gap to be filled right here depending on, what the outcome is. The number 2 pick for April is going to be ticker symbol EIGR, currently trading at $6.98. This is also going to be a phase 2 data, and it's also going to be at the EASL 15th through 19th, April 2020. So it's going to happen between the 15th and the 19th. They don't have a set date for it, but it's going to be a phase 2 additional data expected, at that current location. So if we take a look at EIGR right here, we can see that similar to the previous stock, it kind of broke this, support area that I had around the $10 area, and it broke through it and it went down. It went all the way down to about $5. Currently it's trading about $7. So really similar to the first stock that we picked, actually. I believe that this could definitely gap up between that $7 and the $10 area, so that has this space to build back up. So if we get some positive news, obviously additional news that's coming out on this phase 2, it could definitely break back up to about the $9, $10 range, and possibly even further on up. But that's something that you're gonna have to keep an eye out on and do some research and see what's going on with the news and what happens with this news that's coming out. Next up on our list, we have TROV. Now, we're very familiar with this one. We have definitely traded this one in the past months. It seems like this one's always has some type of new data coming out. Currently trading at $1.07. This is going to be a phase 1-2, and this is going to be phase 1-2 biomarker data to be presented at the AACR. It's going to be between April 24th and April 29th, 2020. Efficiency data due at EHA June 11th through 14th, 2020. The charts, these are the charts. So it's been on a downfall, it's been coming down. It's had pops up and pops up again multiple times. So we've seen this pattern, it goes down, then it pops up, goes down, pops up, it's going down, made a pop right there. Now we're having this trend down. So if we continue this pattern, we might have another pop, but the pops seem to be smaller than the drops. So, in my opinion, I'm going to take a guess and say it's going to get about to $1.50 possibly with, obviously, if we have positive news, because with negative news, it's just going to continue to drop. But that's also something you have to take into account is these penny stocks are wild. They could run up to the news, so they could potentially, rise up just because of the hype. And then it's going to be a sell the news type of situation where once, data is released, even if it's positive, the stock could definitely come back down and tank. but this is something to keep an eye on. You know, it could reach back up to that $1.50, which is a 50% gain right there, pretty much, of about 50 cents. So that's definitely a nice little gainer that you can get right there, but just something to keep an eye on in the future. Coming in at number 4, we have DMPI. DMPI is currently trading at 41 cents per share. This is also going to be a phase 2 data. So this phase 2 data is going to be phase 2 further data due at the AACR. It's going to be, again, between April 24th and April 29th, 2020. The top line data due August 2020. So let's take a look at this chart. This chart is looking a little bit nicer than the other stocks that I've been showing so far. So resistance area, I see a resistance around this 50 cents area. So 50 cents resistance or support area, my fault. So about the 50 cents area, possibly, we could definitely gap up between that 40 cents and 50 cents to break through. If we break through, we have this huge gap all the way down, or all the way up to about almost $1. So another, 60% gain between the 40 cents and $1 area that is possible. Obviously, this would have to either have to run up, on positive news, or, something would have to happen positively with this stock in order for that to happen. But that is something that I am definitely seeing, that there's a nice area here between that 40 cents and the $1 area where it definitely could, shoot on up. Coming in at number 5, we have ticker symbol OVID. So OVID is currently trading at $2.89. This is at a stage 2, so phase 2 data. It's going to be for April 28, 2020, phase 2 open labeled additional data to be presented at the AAN meeting April 28th between 5:30 and 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that's a good thing right there. We know exactly what time that could, happen. It's going to happen between 5:30 and 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that gives us an advantage to kind of listen to what's going on and be updated right away. If we look at their chart, very nice. Right here, we see a support area around this $2 range, with a resistance area up here somewhere, past this, really, if we think about it, maybe past this $3.50 range. So right now, it looks like this one might be a runner. So this one, it was at about $2, and currently it's running up. So possibly this one could be running up to the date. So, they're hoping that there's going to be positive news. So that's what I'm thinking right now. It might be just going up, trending up as the news is coming up. And then, just like I said earlier, if the news is negative or even positive, it could shoot down or could shoot up, depending. It could be a sell the news type situation, but definitely something to keep an eye out on and see if before the news even happens, if this is going to continue to run, for the next couple of weeks. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye out on this one, OVID, looking really nice. I have a good feeling about this one, that it could reach up to this $4.50 range by the end of the month. So we'll definitely keep up to date with this one. Coming in at number 6 is going to be SEEL, ticker symbol SEEL. This one we have traded in the past as well. It's currently trading at 50 cents per share. This is going to be a phase 1 data. It's going to be early quarter 2, 2020. So phase 1 data due early second quarter of 2020. If we take a look at this chart, so this chart, it was here at around a nice support area around this 90 cents, $1 range. It broke through this support and went down to about 50 cents now. So we're building up a new, area to trade in. But that is a good sign, because we have this gap to fill between the 50 cents and the 75 cents area, or about 80 cents area. So that is a very good thing, because we have this gap that can definitely get filled up, which is about 25%, 30% gain right there. And then obviously we have this range between that, 80 cents up to about $1, range that could also get filled up. So that's about a 50% gain right there if we take a look between that 50 cents and the $1 range. Definitely another one to keep on your list to see what happens with it. Right, so we have number 7 here. It's going to be ticker symbol SCYX. So SCYX is currently trading at 72 cents per share. This one is going to be a phase 3 data. Finally, we're getting away from those phase 2s. It's going to be early second quarter 2020. So phase 3 data due early second quarter of 2020. If we take a look at these charts, pretty decent charts. I mean, first it had this support area around $1. Now it's kind of creating this other support area around this 70 cents, area. This is another one that looks like, it might be kind of a trend up. So it might just have like a nice trend during the second quarter, and then potentially with positive news could keep on going up, with negative news could go down, or it could stay flat. But obviously, hopefully it's going to be one that's going to run up to the news. That's what I'm hoping for. And if it is one that is going to be running up to the news, I definitely could see this one reaching from the $72 or 72 cents area all the way up to about $1. And if it did pass this dollar range, you know, we have a gap to fill up all the way up to about $1.50 almost, which is a pretty nice gain, almost 100% right there, if it went from about 72 cents all the way up to about $1.50. So definitely another one to keep an eye on, SCYX. It could be a nice one to keep on our list, and definitely one I'm going to be keeping an eye out on throughout this month. All right, number 8 on our list is going to be ticker symbol MYOV. We have definitely traded this one in the past as well. Currently it's trading at $7.80. So this is going to be an NDA filing, and it's going to be April 2020. So NDA filing due April 2020. If we take a look at these charts, this one has been on a ramp down. It's been going down, 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 but it did have a nice huge gap here. In November, it went from about $6 all the way up here to about $20. So I had very positive news right there. High volume, as we can see, this huge green candle right there. So this one has just kind of been trending down. Right here, I see this same pattern that continuously keeps happening in these penny stocks that I like to see. Now, this is not guaranteed to happen, but that's just something I'm seeing right now. Is I'm seeing this, slowly trending up. So I'm believing, in my opinion, this one could be just like the previous ones I've talked about, where it's going to continue to trend on up as the news, is coming in the future. So the news is upcoming, because that means the stock is going to, people are kind of hyping it up, so they're going to keep buying, and the volume is going to keep growing, and the penny stock is going to keep going up and up and up. It could definitely come up back up to about $12 per share, and then obviously positive or negative news could make it go up even higher, or it can come back down again. So this is another one to keep an eye out on. I like these patterns where it's like slowly moving up, continuously up to the news. It's one of my favorite patterns to look at. All right, so number 9 on the list is going to be ticker symbol CANF. So CANF is currently trading at $1.34. This one is going to be a phase 2 data. I don't know what it is with April, but there's so many phase 2 datas coming out in April. Also, there are some duplicates where there's stocks that I've mentioned earlier that have multiple drugs coming out in the same month, like OVID, for example. We mentioned that one earlier, and it has multiple, things happening with it. So that's another thing that you have to kind of do your own research on, because there might be multiple things that are getting looked at, throughout the month, and that could definitely help the stock go up or down, even, higher or lower. So there's going to be a phase 2 data. It's going to be phase 2 data due in April 2020. If we take a look at these charts, it was, nicely staying up here about the $2 area, but then it broke down, had this huge gap down from $2 to about $1.19. Currently, it's building up a support, actually. If we take a look right there, it's building up this support. Let's change this to about a month. So it's building up the support about $1.27, $1.25 area. And then, if we can break through, like we're looking at right there, if we can get up to about $2, if we get to this $2 range, we could definitely, build up from about $2 to a $3 area for sure. Nice little gap up. So this is another one just to keep an eye out on through April and see what happens with it. Now, don't forget, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, like I mentioned. So with all these penny stocks, they're very dangerous to, trade or even hold overnight. So you must do your own research before investing into any of these penny stocks. Do not go off of anything that I'm, showing you guys. I'm just showing you guys this for educational purposes, just so you guys can, keep up to date with what's going on, and you can do your own research and figure out if you're willing to invest into any of these at your own risk, obviously. This is just information purposes, but these are very dangerous. They're very, very volatile. They can obviously go up and down very quickly, and that is something that some people like about penny stocks, and some people don't like it about it, because you can, the money could get, made or lost very, very quickly, and that is something that we have to, keep in account when we're trading these penny stocks. So obviously, guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all my videos upcoming. I have plenty of videos coming out, so make sure you stay tuned. Smash that like button. Leave a comment below how has penny trading been for you, and if you guys have any data that could get shared with any of the other viewers, let them know in the comments below what's going on. If you guys have any tips or tricks or anything going on. So yeah, guys, see you guys in the next video.